Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today is the What Would You Make challenge. I love this challenge, but I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. But before we get on with the video, I just want to welcome all of you guys who are here. If you are new here, my name is Brenda and this is my sweet Oliver. And if you are returning, you guys are amazing. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number one. So for this DIY, I took 3 of those wood hanging signs you get from Dollar Tree. I'm taking my giant craft sticks from Walmart. I'm going to attach those 3 together using those craft sticks with wood glue and hot glue. Then I'm going to fill in all of those hanger holes with my spackling and then paint the front and the back with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Ivory. I created these stencils with my Cricut and I just laid them in place, and I am going to remove my transfer tape there, and then I am going to start painting them. Excuse me. I'm going to use, I think this was spiced pumpkin on the word thankful. And I'm just dabbing it on just like you see using a stencil brush. And then after I was done with the word thankful, I'm going to use Moss by Waverly for the word grateful. And then I'm going to use the Deco Art Metallic Rich Espresso for the blessed. Once I removed all of that vinyl, I'm going to take my little pick here and just remove all the little pieces. And then I also created, well, I didn't create, I got the leaf pattern from, what is it called? Cricut Design Space. Oh my goodness. It's too early in the morning. And I'm just going to go over it. I'm going to put a leaf on the front and the back side of each of my words. And I use the same colors. I just kind of alternated the colors so that each plank has all 3 colors in it, if that makes sense. So once I had them all done, and I'll remove the vinyl there, and then I will use my pick again to remove all the little pieces that are inside of the leaves. Then I decided to do something. I originally wasn't planning on doing this, but it just came to me, so I decided to go with it. I took my Mod Podge and I'm just going to brush all the way around the edges. I took some of this beautiful napkin from Hobby Lobby that has all the leaves. I removed the backing from it and using some double-sided tape. And then I'm laying my napkin down, covering it with my parchment paper, and then using that heat press to reactivate the Mod Podge so it sticks again. Once I had that all done, I went over it all with some more Mod Podge to help protect that napkin. And then I decided to go ahead and go over the whole sign with Mod Podge because I wanted it to all have that same look. I didn't want you to see where the brush marks were for the Mod Podge was. While I was doing that, I realized that on the top here, I put the wrong side of the napkin. I had a straight side and a side that I cut that wasn't so straight, and it was getting on my nerves. So I decided to go ahead and take some of this braided jute cord that I get from Amazon. I love this stuff. And I'm just going to outline it just kind of like a frame. And you guys, I love how this picture came out. I'm going to hang this up in my living room, that's for sure. I marked some spots, and then I'm going to use my crocodile, my big mouth crocodile. This is in my Amazon store if you're interested in it. It's very handy. I'm going to make some holes for my hanger, and then I just put some tape on the end of some more of that braided jute cord, and I'm going to just string that through, tie some knots on the ends, and then I have a hanger. And I love this so much. I hope you guys like it too. I just think it's beautiful. I love all those colors. You have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, today is the What Would You Make challenge, and I host this along with my friend Christine with Divine Designs. We host this every fourth Sunday of the month, and this month's guest host is the very talented Whitney with Crafty Thoughts and Whatnots. I've started watching her, I think, a year or 2 ago. I just love the stuff she makes. She makes some beautiful things, and I was so excited when she agreed to co-host with us or guest host with us. But here is some of the things that she makes. If you have not ever seen her before or heard of her, make sure you check out her channel, subscribe to her, show her some love. I know you won't be disappointed. I'll have links to her channel, Christine's channel, and the playlist in the description box below. So here's DIY number 2. So this is super easy, you guys. I'm going to take one of these wood crates from Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint it with Waverly chalk paint in the color ivory. Then I took some small finial caps that I got from Hobby Lobby and I went over them with that rich espresso color. Now I'm also taking that rich espresso and I'm going over the top edge of this crate. I don't know why I did this because you can't really tell with once I fill it with flowers. So this step is really not necessary. You can't really tell unless you're not going to put anything big in it. And then once it was done, I took some of these window clings that I just recently found at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut out one of the words there. Well, the saying, I should say. It says thankful and blessed. And if you're wondering why I'm cutting it with the backing on, it's because I like to fussy cut around my letters. I like to try and get rid of as much of that plastic as I can. I think it gives it a more high-end look when you don't see all of that shiny plastic. So Kathy Joe told me one day, why don't you just cut that with the backing on? It makes it easier because I used to try and cut around it without the backing with just the plastic. It was a little difficult. And so I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll try that. And yeah, thanks, Kathy Joe. That was perfect uh, idea. So I'm just going to fussy cut all around. I did end up separating the two words together, or the thankful and great. I guess it's not blessed, it's grateful. I separated those to just get rid more of that plastic. I figured I don't really need them to be together. And then once I had it all done, I went ahead and added some Mod Podge to the top or the front part of my crate here. And then I'm going to start adding my words. Now I was going to start with my thankful. You'll see me here grabbing thankful. And then I thought, wait a minute, I'm not going to know exactly where to place this. And so, sorry guys, I have to put some lotion on my hands. They're driving me nuts. You're probably hearing all that noise. Anyways, so I decided I'll start with this and grateful because I'm putting that on the bottom, and this way I can know where to put that thankful exactly. So I'm going to get that back on there, and then I struggled with that. It did not want to work. Anyways, after that was on, I decided I want to add some little leaves because there was some little leaves on that. Oh, I guess I'm going to go over it with Mod Podge first. So yes, I went over it with Mod Podge first, and that's when I decided, you know what, it looks a little bare. And I wasn't sure how much of this would be covered up, but I thought I'm just going to go ahead and add some of the leaves that were on the window clings there. And so I cut out 3 leaves, and I'm just going to use my Mod Podge. It was kind of drying, so I wanted to make sure that it was going to stick well, so that's why I just used my little brush there to add a little more Mod Podge, and then went over it again with some more Mod Podge. And then I'm going to add one more leaf here in just a moment. I really felt like you guys needed to see all this because, you know, it's such hard work. Oh my goodness. I think I hadn't had my coffee yet when I was editing this bright. No, it wasn't bright. It was still dark early this morning. Um, yeah, I got all 4 of these projects done in one day, you guys, and I haven't done that forever. Anyways, I'm taking these finial caps. I'm using my Titebond Quick and Thick Multi-Purpose Glue because I love that stuff. It sets up so quickly. Added them as feet to my crate, and then I took some of these leaves. Now this pick I don't know if I got last year or the year before. I have a tote full of florals, fall florals that I'm really trying hard not to buy any because I need to use those up. So I don't know if you'll find these exact if you want to recreate it, but use any kind of fall leaves that you have or florals that you have. These mums were also from Dollar Tree. Again, they probably from a year or so ago, but I know Kathy Joe found some earlier this fall, a few weeks ago, I should say, and they were just gorgeous. The colors were beautiful. So anyways, I know there's other options for you if you don't have your own stash like I do, but I'm just going to fill up this crate. Look at those cute little flowers. I just love them. Anyways, I'm just going to continue filling them. I used some of these pumpkins from Dollar Tree. I used some sunflowers, some little wheat from the sunflowers. I just kind of filled it up until it made my eyes happy. And then after that, that was all there was. It was that easy. I love this. It's just a cute little shelf sitter. You could place it anywhere. And it just, I don't know. I love it. I hope you do too. Okay, guys, I hope you are enjoying today's video. I always love working with wood. Maybe it's because my grandfather was a carpenter. I don't know, but I love working with wood. And that's one of the reasons why I love this challenge. But before I go, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. You guys are just amazing. And it just blesses my heart to know that people like to watch my video. Sometimes I'm like, why do they like to watch it? But I am just grateful for all of you who like to watch my videos. You guys mean the world to me. And if you are new and you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that red subscribe button before you go. And with all of that being said, let's continue on with the video. Okay, DIY number 3. So I am going to take 4 of the smaller wood planks, the hanging ones you get from Dollar Tree. I am going to measure them to be about 1/4 of an inch apart. I want to see those little gaps. Once I had it all laid out, I took some of these giant craft sticks. I don't know if they're the giant or the jumbo, but they're the biggest ones from Walmart. I'm going to trace them because the first craft stick that I put on there, I did wrong. I did like this. I went ahead and put my wood glue and hot glue all along it. And the whole reason why I traced it out was because I didn't want to do it this way, because after I did the first one, I'm like, oh, you're going to see the glue in between those slats. And then what do? I do it just like that again. And just as I'm laying it down, I realize, and I'm like, are you kidding me? So don't do it like that. Do it like this. So here I am just taking my wood glue and hot glue and putting it on the back of those little hanging slats, or whatever you want to call them. And then I'm going to lay my craft sticks on top of that, right where I marked them. Yeah, anyways. So then I painted it with this Deco Art burnt orange, which is my new favorite color, or I should say favorite orange color. And then I took this piece of paper. This came actually from a Christmas paper pack from Hobby Lobby. And I just thought, oh, this would be perfect. So I'm going to lay my Acorn out. And this is from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to trace it out just like you see. And then, of course, I'm going to cut it out. And then I will, I don't remember what I do. Oh, I set it aside because I decided to paint it with that rich espresso again. And I paint the front and the back. Well, I painted yeah, I guess I did paint the whole thing. I thought I was going to, yeah. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just covered the top part of it where I'm going to put that paper with some Mod Podge here. And I make sure when I do it with paper, when I'm adding Mod Podge for paper, I do try to make a thicker coat, since the paper is usually a little thicker. Excuse me, guys. And then after that, I set it aside to dry. Then I took some of these wood letters and I'm going to paint them with my burnt orange. Now, the cursive letters come from Amazon. The non-cursive letters come from Hobby Lobby. After I painted those, I went ahead and added my paper to the front of my Acorn here using the parchment paper and heat press method. And then I'm just going to go over it again with some more Mod Podge. And I'm putting the Mod Podge on my brush and brushing over it. That way I don't get as much, because sometimes if you get too much Mod Podge, your paper will bubble up. And then I just use my finger sander to sand off any excess over the edge. Then I took some of this beautiful braided jute rope that I get from Amazon as well. I love this. And I'm just going to add it to the top there. Then I took my letters and my Titebond Quick and Thick multi-purpose glue, and I am going to add these on. Now I do have these wood letters, I believe, in my Amazon store if you're interested in them. I love it because it gives it a little bit different look than your normal just standard letters. And I love how they're angled so that they connect to make it look a little more like handwriting instead of just print. and I'm just using my Type Bond. I use my Type Bond because you guys, this stuff it's so thick and it is very quick, like the name, because it really does set very quickly and I love it. So after I had that done, I laid my acorn on my little slats here and I traced it out so I would know where to put my hot glue and my wood glue, because again, I didn't want to have glue seeping through those uh, slats there. And then I'm going to just add my acorn right to it, making sure it matches right inside of the lines that I traced. Then I'm going to take some of this ribbon. I believe I got this from Walmart last year. I'm going to make a bow doing the awareness ribbon, scrunching it up in the middle. I'm going to take this ribbon, which came from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to do the same thing, and then I'm going to connect those together with some twine. And I'm just going to tie a knot in the back and then trim off the excess. And then after that, I'm going to dovetail the ends, which you just fold it in half and cut at an angle. And then after that, I'm going to use my hot glue and glue that right to the top part of my acorn. And then I had these little squirrel bamboo skewer things that I got from Amazon, or not Amazon, Hobby Lobby. I think I got these last year. I'm going to remove that little skewer and hot glue that little squirrel right in the middle of the bow, and then I'm just going to add my hanger in the back, and that's all there is for this one. I love this one too. I love those colors. I just think it's so fall. Anyways, you have to let me know what you think about this one as well in the comment box below. Okay, it is a time for celebration of your recreations. And Talitha made this cute little cutting board sign. I love it. It's so fun. And then we have these beautiful pieces that Kathy made. Look at her exploding canvas. I love it. And then we have these really pretty pieces from Tammy. I love them all. They're so fall and bright looking. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, DIY number 4. Sorry if you hear Oliver barking in the background. I must be someone outside. I'm going to take 2 of these wood acorns. Now, I got these from a wood garland from Hobby Lobby last year after fall. I don't remember. I think it was in August or September. They had it, maybe it was September. They had them 90% off. And so it was less than $1. And so these are really nice size. I traced some of that paper that you saw, and then I'm going to paint some beads as well as to those acorns with my rich espresso. Once they were dry, I went ahead and added some Mod Podge. I went a little too crazy with the Mod Podge there. Went a little heavy-handed there. And I'm just going to add my paper. I have my heat press there, and then I added my paper and went, wait, I guess I'm not using my heat press. But anyways, it works okay this way with paper. I'm just going to cover it again with some more Mod Podge for the protection. My grandson was playing with that tassel there. He thought it was cool. He thought it looked like a broom. He doesn't know I was filming. That's funny. Anyway, so once I had that all covered, I am going to take my beads now. If you recreate this, make sure you are putting the beads on the right side of the acorn, because you'll see in a little bit my acorns don't match because I put them on the wrong side. I should have had my stem leaning the other direction because, but I got all of these on these beads. And another good thing about using this Type Bond is you can still move these around at first. So it gives you time to move them if they're not in the right spots. Then I went ahead and used that Type Bond again and covered the top of my beads. And then I go to put my acorn on and I went, oh no, like Kathy Joe. Oh no. Oh, I'm like, oh, what did I do? And I'm like, well, I don't really want to. This was at night, guys. This is why I don't like crafting at night. And I'm like, I don't want to have to try and pull all of those off. I'll probably have to repaint stuff if I do. So I decide, okay, I'm just going to see. It's not that bad. I'm going to take some of this braided jute cord that I love, and I'm just going to wrap it around the top and the bottom and see if that kind of helps helps cover the beads from where it wasn't really sitting right because it wasn't matching. And it did really work. I think it turned out really cute. I don't think you could really notice unless you look really closely. So then I took some of these little wooden spools that I got from Hobby Lobby. I painted 3 of them with my rich espresso color. And then I'm just going to use my Type On again to add them on the bottom as little feet. And then we have this adorable little riser. I love this. I wanted something to put, I have a fall candle that is by the where I sit on the couch, and I wanted something to set it on, and I love how this came out. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. And here is the final reveal. Oh my goodness, I just love that sign. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you check out Whitney's channel and subscribe to her. Check out Christine's channel and the playlist. Show them all some love. And then again, before you leave, if you haven't hit that red subscribe button before you go, I just encourage you to do that, and make sure you guys give me that thumbs up and comment, because that really does help my channel. And with all that, you guys, I will be back again on Thursday with another video. So until then, have a blessed week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.